I want to give special love and greetings to everyone who's worshipping in our Chinese congregations. Happy New Year! 新年快乐! 新年快乐! You know what I'm trying to say to you. God bless you. We've all had a very challenging 2020, and we're now looking forward to 2021. Our theme for 2021 as a church is all things new. It comes from Revelation chapter 21, verse 5, where the Lord says, "Behold, I'm making all things new." Or Isaiah chapter 43, verse 19, where the Lord says, "Behold, I'm doing a new thing. Do you see it?" Now, as we look to 2021 and as part of our Vision Weekend, there are a handful of things that we really wanted people to understand. So firstly, none of us have ever lived through a global pandemic before. It's the most significant period of change that any of us have ever lived through. Now, it's possible that you might be developing some habits that are not positive habits. So just a quick word of challenge, make sure you continue to worship together. If you're not able to make it to the facility because of restricted seating, make sure you're getting together with others to worship. Don't just sit at home in your pajamas streaming worship and streaming sermons. That's not the way that God made you to be. It's really important that we choose to be together. I encourage the broader congregations too to make sure we discover our we and our us, that we are the family of God and that we're all in this thing together. Now, part of the vision that we're casting for 2021 is a decentralized crossway. That is, that we are giving permission and support for people to plant or for people to form satellite congregations. Now, in part, that's a response to COVID-19 because some people aren't going to be able to physically get to the facility. Of course, for the English-speaking congregations, a very small percentage are able to make it into the facility now. So we're saying to people, gather people in their homes, or maybe a collection of life groups could maybe even choose to secure a community hall or something like that and stream the worship and the sermons, or you could even do live worship yourself. But the point being, we're saying to everyone, we give blessing to decentralize. Just let us know so that we're able to support you in that. We highlighted how important it is, therefore, to be in a life group right now. If you're not currently in a life group, make sure you get yourself into a life group. It's just important to be together. Now, I want to cast the vision to the English-speaking congregations. I let them know that we're currently directly working with 2% of all of the churches in the nation. Individually, we're coaching 89 churches. Then there's 143 churches. That's with building a discipling culture. Then 143 churches we're working with Coach. Now, I want you to know that we would love to be working with an increasing number of Chinese churches. So if you've got friends or family or worshiping in other churches around Australia in Chinese, please let them know that Coach has now been translated into Chinese. Pastor Alex Ho is working in that domain as part of his role. And also what we're doing with building a discipling culture. We'd love to see that going more broadly. If a church wants to be part of building a discipling culture, there's a full scholarship for them, and we'll coach them on a fortnightly basis, one-to-one with their church. It must involve their minister plus maybe a half a dozen people. We'll coach them fortnightly for 2 years as we take them along that pathway. Tell them just to go to bdc.org.au and they can find out more about that one. A really fun thing that we announced to the broader congregation was, and this is us, this is we've been approached by Trinity Broadcasting Network in Russia. And Trinity Broadcasting Network is a television network, one of the largest in the world of Christian television. And their Russian base came to us and said, we would like to start to take some of your sermons and put them on television. They're going to be taking them to 186 countries with an anticipated viewing audience of 2.5 million people. And so we're entering into partnership with them towards that end. They will dub it all in Russian. But the Trinity Broadcasting Network family more broadly, if that is a successful initiative, can have a look at that, and it might be the sort of thing that we partner up and do more broadly. As I've mentioned to you on a previous video, I send you my love. I know it's been a challenging year in 2020, a challenging year because of COVID-19, a challenging year because of some of the trade tensions that have existed between Australia and China. I simply want you to know how much you are loved. It's wonderful to be part of the family of God together. God bless you, and may we all have a very prosperous, spiritually prosperous, healthy prosperous, financially prosperous, just a great 2021 as God makes all things new.